Hi, thanks for joining me. My name's Kim. I wanted to talk today about Jupiter and Neptune being conjunct in Pisces and what that's going to mean for you or could mean for you, because we're all different and we all experience these transitions in different ways. Which brings me to judgment, and I'd like to talk about a higher understanding of judgment so we can be more compassionate. Because judgment is something that we all do, and this has given me a new understanding of letting go of that and being more compassionate. Also, there'll be things that you may be letting go of in this transition, and also wanting to talk about how much of your energy is actually with you instead of it being out there in the collective and with other people. Hey, how cool is this sunbeam at the moment? It'll go. I just thought I'd leave it there for now. All right, so Jupiter and Neptune conjunct in Pisces. Wow, this is an ending of something really big. It is so powerful, and you will most likely feel that in your life in ways where you're just letting go of things that used to be so important to you. You held great value to them, and now that you just don't have an interest in them anymore. And that's okay. You may have been pushing to keep going because this is what you've been so interested in and you've invested so much in for so many years. And you're moving away from that because it's being healed. And this, whatever it is that you have been so invested in, has been working through all of your lifetimes. So all of your past lives and your future lives, they've been healing in this lifetime. That's why this life, this time on earth is so incredibly valuable. So your old wounds are being healed, and the things that you've put so much energy into just aren't working for you anymore. You may feel that there's lots of blocks coming up. All the things that used to work so well for you and were so easy and you loved them, they're now just not working. It's just all the things that you used to do to make them work so well aren't working anymore. Now, if you are into astrology, you can have a look at the house that 23 and 24 degrees of Pisces sits on your chart, and you will see what you are moving away from. So that will most likely confirm for you what you're actually feeling. Because there will be subtle messages that you don't really hear loudly. They're quite soft. And it's your awareness. This is where we must be aware of our thoughts and our feelings, because they are our messengers. So have a look at what it is that you're not feeling that attached to anymore and what you can let go of. And if you know where that house is, where Pisces, 23 degrees of Pisces is in your house, in your chart, have a look at the opposite house, and that will be what you're moving into. I have a strong feeling about that. Okay. Don't feel bad about letting go of what it is that you've put so much time and energy into. It's okay. It really is, because this is the right time for it. This is the right time for you to move on, because whatever you've been doing, someone else can come in with fresh new energy and take on that position that you are holding. So there might be a lot of healers that are feeling this. They just feel like they just can't do it anymore. And that's okay, because there are new and upcoming healers that are going to take that place for you, and you can rest, or you can go into another avenue. You may write a book, or you may start looking after yourself for a change, because no doubt, as with many people, that you give your energy away so easily and do so much for other people, but don't think so much about yourself and doing all these really kind and loving things for yourself. But I'll get on to that in a minute. The other aspect of these two very powerful planets, outer planets, being in Pisces, is that the lower vibration of Pisces, which is unhealthy behaviors and addictions, they will be leaving your life. You will now feel like you have control, that there has been a release and just a letting go of it. And so there won't be any fighting with it. It'll just be a letting go. Now, these planets only became conjunct on the 12th of February. So because they're outer planets, it's going to take longer for us to actually feel the full strength of them, which will be in the next 3 to 4 weeks. So it'll be a build-up. You'll start to notice things changing and you feeling different over the next 3 or 4 weeks. Now, there's different ways you can go through this transition, but what I like to say is I move through these changes with ease and grace. I transition so easily, it's just so beautiful. I hardly notice that I'm transitioning. And you can do that too, because your thoughts create your reality. Excuse me. Okay, remember that your thoughts create your reality. So you can do it easily if you like, or you can do it with a challenge. If you watch the little steps, the little signs that are telling you this doesn't work for you anymore, let it go. If you go with that thought, it is going to be so much easier for you. But if you ignore that, then yeah, it's going to be harder. And that's okay. If that's the way that you want to do it, that's fine too. We all do things differently. Which brings me around to a higher version or a higher understanding of judgment. This was brought to me the other day, and I'm so grateful for it because it's helped me to understand why some of us feel the fear of other people's judgment of us. Or not why they feel it, but how we can help ourselves through that. Because really the baseline is, if you fear other people's judgment, it's because you judge yourself. And so to help you with your own self-judgment, I want you to, I would love you to, but it's up to you if you would like to or not. Have a think about this. No one has walked in your shoes. Absolutely no one. So if you have been through an event or an experience that you feel people are judging you for, they haven't been with you for your entire life, and they're actually not you. So how they would perceive that event or situation, they are coming from their reality, not yours. They haven't had to experience all the life experiences that you have, which have created so many different patterns and behaviors to be loved, which is what it's all about, is to be loved. So if you can just remember that, yeah, they don't know the real me. They don't know, I hardly know the real me. How could they? And instead of telling them that or judging them for that, if you can just go, that's okay. That's where they're coming from at this point in time. But I know where I'm coming from. And I know why I've done what I've done. And this is who I am now. And I am learning and growing through this. Now, it's not only what's happened to you in this life, but it's also the lessons that you have brought with you to learn from previous lives. And, you know, just one lesson can take many lifetimes. So don't be hard on yourself. Be gentle. Be gentle with yourself and with others, because we're all learning and we're all growing and we've all changed hugely. Like, just look at the last 2 years. How much have you changed in the last 2 years? Wow. You know, have you been thriving through the last 2 years, or have you been diving? I hope you've been thriving, and I hope you can look back at all the things that have happened and see that you have changed and how things have been for you to grow from and become stronger and more self-empowered, because ultimately that's what this is all really about as we move into 5D. 5D being the fifth dimensional consciousness of love, compassion, understanding, and self-responsibility. Okay, so the last thing that I wanted to talk about is, where is your energy? You know, I noticed the other day that I'm so happy doing things for other people, and that it gives me joy, and that's great. That's fine. But then I came home and I thought, I can't be bothered making the bed. And it's like, wow, I'd make the bed for someone else. I'd make it all pretty and comfortable for someone else. Why don't I do that for myself? And I thought about some people that are in my life that do exactly the same thing, you know. Our energy is out there with other people, whether that be in a loving way or a not so loving way. When our thoughts are out there on people around us and what they're doing and not doing, and the opinions that they have, we need to bring our energy back to ourselves and start creating beauty and joy for you, for yourself. You know, it doesn't mean you're going to stop doing nice things for other people, but hey, what about you? You know, plants need water. They're not going to survive without water. And you need love. Just like you give other people love. You need watering. You need sustenance. You know, which you deserve it, because you are here for no other reason. Just because you are here. And because you are a spark of God. Now, I'm not religious. I am spiritual. But God is the energy. I just call it God because it's simple. But some people call it universal energy or spirit. The source of all. Whatever name you want to give that energy is pure love. And everything that is here is a spark of that love, which means you're love. Go figure. You are love. You are love. And everything that is happening is for you to love yourself more, because that's what the source, God, Spirit, wants for you. Wants for you to love yourself, because when you can unconditionally love yourself, you go back to source. It's all about self-love. And self-love, when you give that to yourself, you end up giving more love to other people, and you are more compassionate to other people. When you love yourself, it comes out and it goes to other people. you giving yourself love, you are healing other people as well as yourself. Okay, I've said enough. I've held you up long enough. Thank you so much for listening today. I hope what I've said today has helped you in some way. That's all I'm really wanting to do, is just give some information, and then you take it as you wish and do with it what you wish. But I hope it elevates you. I really do. Okay. Take care of you first, and then you can give to others. All right. Lots of love. Bye for now.